Yo, what is up, wrestling fam? Welcome back to the Wrestling Heat, where I keep all that sweet and delicious wrestling news just for you. And some of that sweet and delicious wrestling news contains WWE being called out on its music department and the lack of good entrance music, and a little bit more. So let's start this video in about 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. And alright, wrestling fam, the very first piece of wrestling news that I have just for you is about WWE shifting SummerSlam from Sunday over to Saturday. And I say that is kind of a little strange move, since we've always had pay-per-views on a Sunday. Who knows? This is just coming straight off the cranium, the brain inside. We could possibly be seeing a shift from Sundays to Saturdays from the WWE. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, this is just a thought coming out of my old brain. So yeah, folks, what do y'all think about that? SummerSlam being moved from Sunday to Saturday. Let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think this could be a new thing that WWE is trying to do for for different people around the world, so they can tune in to the festivities of the WWE pay-per-view, what they got going on? I don't know, folks. Let me know down below. What do y'all think? And we moving on. And alright, wrestling fam, the second piece of wrestling news that I have just for you is about WWE being called out for the lack of focus on good entrance music. And Booker T chimed in from his Hall of Fame podcast, and he put out there that WWE doesn't concentrate on good entrance music, at least not anymore. Good entrance music, as we would go on to see, as The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, and then you got the Stone Cold. As soon as that ice breaks, and you hear the dun 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 dun, shit's about to go wild, and it's about to hit the fan. And going on with the Undertaker, you hear the big dong. Dong. We know Dead Man's about to come through and, mess up shit. So I would say it's about a 50-50 when it comes to the music and, the person that comes out with the music. If it's going to be some corny music, the fans are going to be like, what in the is this dude's music? Like, we've heard, some bad music in the WWE, but what do y'all think? Do y'all think that, some people, I believe, they have been lacking and slacking on some good, like what they did with Seth Rollins' new intro, with Roman Reigns. I don't really know how to feel about it. Same thing with Seth. But yeah, what do y'all think about it? Do y'all think, it's a 50-50, good music equals a good talent? When you fuse them together, some greatness happens, like The Rock, Stone Cold. I hope I'm, saying this kind of stuff right, but I am very RVD'd out right now. But moving on to the next piece of wrestling news. And alright, the third piece of wrestling news that I have just for you is something that we've probably all heard of by now. WWE has been releasing people left and right, and looks like WWE has let go of Tom Phillips and Adan Verk. We heard about that, a couple days ago, about the whole Vert thing not going down as well. I think he knew it and everybody else knew it, but I guess they wanted to, see how he would do, and just as predicted, didn't stick around all that long. I think it was only like 5 or 6 weeks. Tom Phillips, very surprising. He's been around for a good minute. I'm pretty sure he will catch a pretty decent job, somewhere else if he wants to go to AEW, wherever you'd want to go. But yeah, I believe they have somebody from the UFC announcing a table that they snagged a couple years ago, I believe. I forget his name, but he'll be taking over the Raw spot. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fan, what do y'all think about that? And there's also, not too long ago, I was looking up on Twitter, and it looks like WWE has let some more people go. I believe it's just some backhand, personnel, nobody like too tremendous. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, WWE still not done letting people go, firing them, and we've all heard about Tom and Verk. But yeah, folks, let me know down below. I know this happens every year with the WWE, with the mass releases and stuff like that, and it still sucks, a lot of people are losing their jobs. But I do believe having WWE in their back pocket, they will find, somewhere better and hopefully make a hell of a lot more money. At least that's what I'm hoping. And that's it for the third piece of the wrestling news. And for the fourth piece of wrestling news that I got just for you fine folks here at the Wrestling Heat, I got WWE. Chris Kahn has been in talks with New Japan Wrestling on a working relationship, and we all heard about this. And during Friday Night SmackDown, one of my lovely watchers over there for the live stream pointed out, Tony Khan just came out to blast WWE and Chris Kahn for the whole New Japan thing. It was pretty funny on my part. It kind of looked like a kid like, oh yeah, you're talking to my best friend? Well, guess what? You're a con, and that's what it kind of sounded like to me. But yeah, it looks like Chris Kahn, he's been in talks with New Japan, trying to get WWE and New Japan together. But as we already know, AEW and Tony Khan have their own relationship going on. He likes to call himself the Forbidden Door. And he pretty much came out and was just like, I've been on the past couple months, with New Japan, and we've had, the AEW, championship over here, which they have with John Moxley. But yeah, Tony Khan totally calling Chris Kahn a con man from Connecticut, and I was like, that was a pretty decent little jab that you put in there, Tony. But yeah, this is pretty interesting, and I believe WWE and New Japan are still in talks, but nothing really serious going on now. But I know AEW is doing its thing with some of the talent coming from New Japan over to here to the US to put on some pretty good damn matches with John Moxley. We got Omega having almost all the damn belts out there. But yeah, folks, what do y'all think about that? Some name calling from Tony Khan calling Chris Kahn a con man from Connecticut. It did look like over on Twitter that Chris Kahn kind of heard about what he said, but I'm not exactly what Chris Kahn has said, but looks like, he might have caught his ear a little bit over in the WWE side. But yeah, folks, a lot of craziness with AEW, New Japan, and WWE. It's all funny. I just wish it would be awesome if all the promotions would just work together and have some damn good storylines. I know some don't want their favorites to lose, and vice versa, but damn it, just think about it. New Japan, AEW, WWE, ROH, everybody just working together. I would fucking love it. I don't know about y'all, but I would love it. Let me know down below. Would y'all love, for the open sea of, every promotion to be able to work with each other and be able to work comfortably and make some money. Yeah. So that's enough about this. We're moving on to the next piece of wrestling news. And alright, wrestling fam, the very last piece of wrestling news that I have just for you is a interview that Finn Balor did, which was pretty interesting. And Finn Balor says he wants to come back to the main roster, you know, SmackDown or Raw. Matter of fact, if he would come back to, you know, the main roster, where would you want him? Over on SmackDown, or would you want him on Raw? I'd probably want him on SmackDown, just because Raw seems to be like a toilet, you know, going down. But sometimes, you know, it flushes, and we get a alright, you know, show. But yeah, Finn Balor, he wants to come back to the main roster, and he also says that he believes there is still more life in the Demon King. Meaning, you know, whenever he would paint himself up and, you know, take on Bobby, Brock, and some others out there. He beat Bobby in like 2-3 minutes at one point, I believe, on a pay-per-view. And that was pretty funny. Look where Bobby is now. But yeah, folks, would y'all like to see Mr. Finn Balor, the bulging Balor, back either on Raw or SmackDown? Hopefully it would be SmackDown. But yeah, folks, this video ain't gonna be that long, and if you found any of this, you know, newsworthy, you know, slap the thumbs up, or you can slap the thumbs down, and leave a comment. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. You know, thank you for your watch time. And I'm never good with outros, but I love y'all. I hope you have a good and safe weekend. I got more stuff that I'm writing down that I'll probably have out either either Monday or Tuesday night. So keep a lookout for that for the next video. One more time, thanks for, you know, watching, your watch time. I love y'all. Day one-ish, baby. Speaking about day one-ish, you know, the Usos came back, and I'm pretty excited about that. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good, safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Wash your hands. And forever and always, ladies and gentlemen, you should already know by now the most important part of this video is to always keep it just a little bit too sweet, baby. And I'm out.